Hey, before I get into your 270 weather for this Wednesday, let me tell you about Michael. Michael. Remember that name, Michael. Why is it important? Well, Michael is the guy with R&R controls that can come out, take a look at your generator and figure out what it needs. Michael's good at his job. He's done this for a while. And Barry Connolly and the rest of the family there at R&R Controls are pretty emphatic about taking care of you. And that's why for today and tomorrow and Friday, even though I'm not going to be here Friday, Friday is the last day that you can book Michael to come to your place, whether it's your home, whether it's your business, whether it's a big plant, whatever, it doesn't matter the size. He can come out and take a look at the needs of your generator. Now, we've been talking about this week, and this is the only week until Friday that you can take advantage of that 15% discount. All you got to do is to call R&R Controls and say that you would like to book Michael or someone to come out and inspect your generator and do some preventative maintenance. Make sure the oil is running like it should, it's fresh. Make sure the filters are checked. I mean, this is almost like a car. And basically, generators are engines, and those engines have to have the right things to run because when your power goes out and the grid goes down, and there's been a storm or there's been something that is going on and you don't have power, especially if you own a business and you don't have power to run your business, wouldn't you like to know that the engine behind your business, that generator, is going to work? So go ahead and schedule Michael or anyone else from R&R Controls that knows how to do preventative generator maintenance. Book your preventative maintenance appointment before Friday or by the close of business on Friday, this coming Friday. And if you book it by Friday, you'll get a 15% discount on Michael or whoever else from R&R Controls comes out and does that work on your generator. And it doesn't have to be a Generac. It can be any generator. They know generators. But Generac is the name that they are trusted with. They're the authority, the authorized dealer for Generac sales, service, installation, and even financing. That is, if you want a brand new generator, they can fix you up. And then you can schedule Michael to come out every once a year, a couple of times a year, and just to make sure that it's working like it should. But book a maintenance day. It can be a week from now, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, whenever. But just get it booked by Friday. Mention that you heard this on my podcast, 270 Weather. Mention 270 Weather, and you get that 15% discount. It's worth it. 270 777 2024, the number to call. R&R Controls, 270 777 2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome into a Wednesday. It's August 27th, and I'm Chris Allen, and this is 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Another awesome, awesome day. We had a high of 81. That's 7 degrees below the normal of 88, and 51. 51 is where we started this morning. It felt like 41. It really did. But it was 51. Not a record. The record of 47, maybe I want to say. The record, let me see. I can pull it up real quick. I can go back and look at my notes here. The record, yep, 47, set back in 1945. That's the record or the record low for today. 47, set in 1945. So yeah, we were close. We were close. And of course, the other big news is there's a gnat. Excuse me, gnat. Get out of my way. There's fewer of them tonight than there were yesterday, which is good news. We could just get some rain in here. These gnats would go away. Anyway, no rainfall, and the fire danger is only going to get worse. High fire danger, I would say, over the next few days because of what you're seeing right there. On the radar, there's nothing, no rain. And the radar is going to look like this for a while. Now, I noticed just a few minutes ago, I was outside and I noticed some cloud cover, some very high cirrus clouds coming in. Some of those look like they could contain some moisture. And what you are seeing when you see those clouds, even though they're high up, it's moisture. But it is so dry here at the ground that even if there was some moisture that tried to make it down to the ground, it would evaporate before it even reaches us. So, you know, it is nice. Everybody's loving the cooler, less humid air, all these temperatures, being like they are. I mean, there's Sally, Miss Sally. I love Miss Sally. I'm loving this cool weather. Well, Sally, I love you. You know that? Sally's good. Sally makes some mean food. Yes, I've had some of it a few times. What was that pie that I had? Sally, you made a pie and I came over and had some. You guys were out on the yard sale and you had made some pie and I can't remember what kind of pie it was. I just remember it was good. But anyway, Sally, good to hear from you. Yeah, I love this weather too, but man, oh man, we have got to get some rain in here. This is redonkulous. It's you like that? Redonkulous? Yeah, it is. It's just I just don't like it when it's like this. But it is the end of summer, and sometimes end of summer can be like this where, you know, we hit a dry spell. I hope it doesn't last long. Here's a look at current temperatures as of 7:02 p.m. on this Wednesday evening. Some upper 60s showing up now and some low 70s here in Warren County and 70s around us. No rainfall. As you can see, zero zip, nada. Winds right now are light and a little variable, but they're still coming out of the north. Moisture, well, we checked the dew points. Dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. 40 and 50-degree dew points means there's not going to be any moisture that hits the ground. It is just not happening. It's not going to for a long time. Here's the updated precipitation map, rainfall map. Look where all the big rains are going. They're going Kansas, southwestern Missouri. That would be, the Joplin area, into northwestern Arkansas, down into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. It's all missing us. And it's because there's a high pressure, that big bully, high pressure, that wall that just continues to push any kind of rain further south away from us. And therefore, we miss out. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's really not fair. But nothing in life is fair. We just have to take it. It won't last forever. The new drought monitor, by the way, this map will be updated tomorrow. The drought monitor, the weekly drought monitor, comes out every Thursday. So we will get a new map updated tomorrow. And I'm thinking that very much of Kentucky is going to be painted in, at least the yellow, abnormally dry category. But there will be some expansion of the D1, which is the moderate drought, tan colored category. It's going to go up too. I can almost guarantee that. Until we get some beneficial rain, this is how it's going to be. High fire danger, yes. Lack of rain, parched ground, yes. You're going to have to do what you can just to keep things together. Okay. Do what you need to do because it's not going to resolve itself anytime soon. It's just not. There's your bully, your high pressure. And notice all that rain that I showed you west of us is just going to push south of our area. Here's tomorrow morning. Nice setup here for parts of Kansas and Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas. But none of that will come here. Look, you've got 1, 2, 3 centers of high pressure. All of those are keeping away the rain and making it extra dry here. Here's Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Friday morning. Now, there is that cold front I've been telling you about that is going to come in on Friday. But all it's going to do really is just set us up for this cool air to kind of stay in place. It's going to warm up a little bit more for the Labor Day weekend, but if you're expecting it to get hot, it is not. This front is going to ensure that our temperature levels stay in the 80s and humidity levels stay, in the 50s and low 60s. It's not going to get that humid, really, even after the front comes through. And there it is. Friday night, it will start to come through. Any kind of good rainfall is going to be well south of that front. As you can see, it's not going to be anywhere near us. Here's Saturday morning. Sunday morning, there is a little weak shortwave here to the east, but I don't see it really producing anything. Here's Monday, which is Labor Day. Now, a few of the models I noticed today are trying to put back in after they took it out, put back in a little hint of a shower for somebody, but it looks like if that trough, if that disturbance, that shortwave stays east of us, then any kind of shower activity would be east, like Cumberland Plateau, as you see there. And maybe a little east of Nashville and along I-40 to the east, going toward Knoxville, Crossville, Cookville. Those areas may see something. And maybe over toward the Dale Hollow Lake area or Lake Cumberland could get a shower on Labor Day. That's Monday. But the immediate 270 area, it doesn't look good. The 606 may get something, but the 270, slim to none. Here we go into next Tuesday. high pressure again. Now there's still that little kink right there. Get out of here. Gnat. I wish I could just some of them I've tried to trap in my hands and get rid of them, but they just keep coming. Not as many as there were, but still. So there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. Blah blah blah. It just it's really disappointing. It really is. I hate that because we need it so badly. Just nothing there. Nothing there to help us. I wish it were different. Okay, let's do an update on the model blender. And as you can see, we're going to keep everything in the 80s all the way through the next 10 days. Sometimes low 80s, sometimes mid 80s. But I don't see anything, excuse me, anything that's, too hot. In fact, I don't see any hot weather at all. I don't even see any 90s or even really that close to 90. 87 on Friday is the warmest temperature that I see. Now, if you've watched me here enough and you've seen this, you've heard me explain, this is where the blend of models, it's called, the Weather Service takes, the most popular, the most accurate, they try anyway, the most accurate of the models. And it's if you just put them all in a blender and stirred them up, and this would be the output. This is what would pour out of that blender, and it's an average of what all those models are saying the temperatures will be on a particular day. But as you know, this is not gospel. It's going to be close. So when you see this long stretch of low to mid 80s, it's going to be close to that. I don't foresee any, maybe there's a model or two that tries to push us toward 90. But for those that are out there saying it's really going to warm up and it's going to get hot again, they are absolutely, absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. In fact, when you look at the long range models, even past this period, I see another big cool down coming. I mean, all the signals point to another big cool down. It's a little outside of this stretch. This stretch here takes you to, let's see, September 6th, which would not be this Saturday, but next Saturday. And I'm looking at about that time, next Saturday, the 6th of September, or the 7th, the Sunday of September 7th, another big cool down is coming. I honestly think that day that we hit 99, what was it, 2 weeks ago almost? It was the hottest day of the year. And then after that, the heat advisories went away. The high 90s went away. I said, I think we're done. I think we're going to go ahead and flip the switch from summer to fall. And all the new data that is coming in that I see points to another big cool down. And so once you get that far into September, there's going to be very little opportunity for us to recover back into those mid to high 90s. And you've got to remember also that each day gets shorter and shorter, so there's less daylight. Less daylight means cooler temperatures. So it's just a natural thing. So anybody that you hear or it's all over the internet. I saw a couple of people going, "Oh, summer's not over." Well, no, the calendar still says summer, but it only has a few more days, like 1 month or less left technically. Um, but somebody was saying, here comes another heat wave, and I'm like, no, I don't know what you're looking at, pal, but you're looking at the wrong thing. There are way too many armchair weather forecasters that are just taking some of this raw data and just throwing it out there. You know how I get about these things, especially in the wintertime when they try to say this is happening and that's happening, and here comes a big snow, 20 inches of snow, and then you get a flurry. Those are the people that are after the clicks, the likes, and the shares. I could care less about that. The couple of hundred people dedicated like you that watch me and you get it, you understand it, you're the good guys. It's the ones that are the low bearing fruit that try that that are gullible and they're suckers for whatever anybody puts out on social media. And I'm like, don't be stupid. You cannot, just because somebody puts up a map and it's got all the lettering on it and it looks official and it looks like it's, oh, here's my forecast. Blah, 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 beat my chest. It doesn't mean they're right. How many times have I been wrong? Wait, don't answer that. Oh, hundreds and hundreds of times. But I am going to do everything that I know how to do to make sure that this is right. When I throw it out there, I'm not just going to randomly throw out a bunch of graphics and say, here it is. I dig deep. I don't do a lot of technical talk here because you don't want technical talk. That's shop talk amongst other weather people and meteorologists. They can talk shop all they want to, but is it going to mean anything to you? No, no. You just want to know if it's going to rain tomorrow or not, or how hot or how cold it's going to. That's what you want to know. But I will explain some of these things to you because I feel like you need to know the reasoning that goes into all of this. That it's not just happenstance. That it's not just, I just picked up a colorful looking graphic and threw it up there thinking, oh, that's going to look good. I'm not going to do that to you. I've been trying to earn your trust for over 40 years. And if I don't have it by now, then there are other people you can watch. I'm not afraid to say that. There are plenty of other people you can watch where you can just be coddled and soothed and just look at their stuff and go, oh, wow, look at their stuff. They got some cool stuff. Yeah, sure. Okay. I got you. But I am going to be honest with you. I'm not going to just say something to tickle your ears. It just, I can't stand it. It's grandstanding, it's posturing, and I cannot stand that. What you're getting right here is just real, genuine, authentic. Hopefully, you trust that. But I'm going to be wrong. There's going to be those times when I'm going to get it wrong. You've seen it. You have seen it. And it's just like, you know, that's why it's called forecasting. It's not an exact science. In fact, there's really nothing exact about science, but especially weather. It always changes. So, all right. I think I got my point across. Didn't mean to go into all that, but there we go. Here's the 7-day forecast as Scott Burchett put up on News 40 this evening at 5 and 6, and he'll do it again at 10 o'clock. And as you can see there, low to mid 80s next few days, lows in the 50s, warming up a little bit into the 60s, and high temperatures warming into the mid 80s, as we just saw on the model blender. Now, he does have that very small 20% chance that somebody, probably to the east of us, over toward Lake Cumberland, Dale Huddle Lake, Green River Lake area, could pick up a shower on Labor Day and Tuesday and Wednesday. But I am starting to see a little bit better, maybe coverage of rain as we get into the middle of next week. But I won't be here to cover it. You'll just have to trust me. But no, please download the News 40 weather app, of course, and watch News 40. Even in my absence, we'll have Micah Henson, we'll have Matt Stevens, we'll have Scott, we'll have the rest of the weather team filling in for me while I'm in Alaska. One more sleep after tonight. Yep. One more day. Tomorrow's the last day that you'll see me for almost 2 weeks, 13 days. So that's almost 2 weeks. I won't be back until September the 10th. I'm going where it's already fall, y'all. And I can't wait. I'm ready to go. After this move, I am just so ready to just relax. So I'll be fired up and ready to come back, tackle my new room, tackle anything else that I've got going on. And boy, I've got a lot going on. When I get back, I'm going to be super, super busy through the holidays. But tomorrow I'll do one more of these and then I'm gone. And we're going to take a break. And then I'll be back in September and we'll start right back up. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday evening. God bless you. When I say that, I mean it. And thank you for watching. I do mean that. Thank you for supporting our sponsor, R&R Controls. I love the Conleys and that family and what they're doing. I believe in their business and they believe in me and they believe in you. So please support them. Let them know how much you care about their business. Give them a call. You know the number, 270-777-2024. I do that on purpose so that you'll remember it. You should have it memorized by now. I need to make up a jingle that does the 270-777-2024. Like the Empire. Yeah, the Empire commercial. Empire Today. 800-2300 Empire. That's been around forever, that jingle. But it makes you remember the number, even though I couldn't remember just the. All right, I'm going to bed. I got to get up and do one more day at News 40. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. In the meantime, God bless you and thank you.